we're going to start with here at home in Richmond. So I would like to invite Andres Soto to come up, or if you want to stay down there, you're welcome, whatever you're comfortable with. Andres Soto is a hardcore local Richmond activist. Woo! He says he used to be hardcore. He's also a planning commissioner. Well, that's really awesome to have a progressive planning commissioner representing Richmond, home of the largest Chevron oil refinery on the West Coast. Also, I like to describe Andres as a walking history book. He knows everything there is to know about the history of Richmond. And he's young, so I don't know how he manages to maintain the both. So let's welcome Andres Soto from Richmond.
Woo! Gracias, Jessica. Orale! And gracias a todos for coming out here today. My name is Andres Soto. I was born and raised in Richmond, right in the belly of the beast. I grew up seeing flaring going on, and we thought it was cool because it looked so cool lighting up the night. We didn't know that they were dumping shit all over us every day. How many of you can hear down there? Can y'all hear down there? Okay. So I'll just be brief. I'm glad everybody showed up here today because this is the way we express ourselves. Right on. In Richmond, they've been running our town for the last 100 years. They've been running our town since the city got incorporated in 1907. But about 10 years ago, we started an organization called the Richmond Progressive Alliance in order to take back our town. The RPA is in the house. The RPA is here today. What we decided to do was we knew that the local elections were bought and sold by Chevron. In 2010, Chevron spent $1 million on behalf of 3 candidates, 1 for mayor and 2 for city council. And guess what? We beat all of them.
Yeah!
Now, that money was wasted money. That was shareholders' money they wasted on our local election because we kicked their ass. How did we do it? We went door to door. We got up off of our tuchuses and we got door to door and told the people, this is the way you can win back control of the city council. This is the way we can win back control of our city. And we're going to do it in 2012. We have 3 RPA members on the council. With this election, we're going to get rid of Nat Bates, the biggest whore in the city of Richmond. And we're going to get rid of him, and we're going to put RPA people in the majority. Chevron has a project coming up in their refinery in Richmond. And you all know the reason you're here is because you know the Richmond refinery is the single largest producer of greenhouse gases in the state of California. Now, don't stay in Richmond. The gases move through the Carquinez Straits. They go into the Central Valley, and Fresno and Bakersfield actually have worse air than LA. And that's because of the Chevron refinery in Richmond. So with their project coming up, those of us on the Planning Commission and the people we're going to put on the City Council are going to hold Chevron's feet to the fire, and we're not going to let them get away with what they do in the past, what they've done in the past. And one of the ways they do it is they corrupt the local community. They spend money, they give money, chump change. They give chump change away to local nonprofits. And then those people sit on the sideline. They're quiet. They acquiesce to the pollution that Chevron puts out, and they say, oh, Chevron, they're good neighbors. Well, Chevron is not a good neighbor. And Chevron is only giving money away to people who are willing to be complicit in their pollution. But the Richmond Progressive Alliance and our candidates, Eduardo Martinez and Marilyn Langlois, we're going to get them on the council, and Chevron will not be able to get away with what they get away with. We know that they're going to spend more than $1 million in this election. especially now because of the Citizens United decision by the corrupt United States Supreme Court. We know that that was designed to help the corporatocracy, the corporations that dominate and rule this country. They're afraid of us. They're afraid that we're out here. Why do you think they got all these cops out here? Because they're afraid of us. But we're the peaceful people. We're the peace lovers. We're the peacemakers. And so that's why we're going to win. We have the moral high ground, and we're not going to give it up. We also hit the ground in election time, and we're going to go door to door and make sure all the people in Richmond vote for the right candidates. So I thank all of y'all for coming out here and bringing the message right to Chevron's door, and tell the shareholders, quit wasting their money in Richmond, because they ain't gonna win anymore. We got it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Andres.